declare and register my candidacy for President of the United States.
He says so, and most recent polls indicate that it's very likely that he will be.
I'm RodWebber, action figure. I'm from beyond. I love you.
What we're talking about here is the first and last frontier of freedom.
But if you become president, how would you go about assuring?
I know the universe.
Please elaborate.
Hold me tight, I'm a doll.
Weber is my last name. Roderick is my legal first name. My nickname is Epstein Didn't Kill Himself, and I can do that just like Jeb Bush did. Jeb is not his legal name. That is his nickname, sir.
Do I have the job now?
There does seem to be a great amount of marijuana, which is quite easy to take, and drug culture
Now, who touches my body?
It ought to be done carefully, methodically.
I have been running on and off for a good amount of time.
If you become president, are there any considerations, national security or otherwise, that would justify your breaking the law?
I wouldn't plot murder, neither would the people of this country. But our government did it.
You're feeling it. You guys just don't want to report about it. You see all the memes going around. We know he didn't kill himself.
Today's LSD cultists say that they are turned on.
Cannon Barbie, Malibu plastic hippies. Yay!
I will put flowers in my beard and make love to the world.
It is what I must do.
I will always love you.
You're making too much noise.
What is your view on mine safety?
We will become the universe.
That's a sign of the times.
From pot to psychedelics.
What the fuck?
Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina. Mr. Dabalina, Mr. Bob Dabalina.
I love you. Join with the universe.
End of message. To delete this message.
Alright. So I think that's done. Ready? Ready to talk about this shit? Put on the sunglasses in the dark. Because there's no fucking need to. Fuck you all. That's the theme of the show. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Oh, yeah. Fuck you all. You're crazy. You're crazy, son of a bitch. Mr. Bob Dabalina. I thought the clip was longer. I really did. So, anyhow, I keep hearing about chess. Chess in relation to this godforsaken election. Chess from the people of Walmart. Chess, the sport of kings. In the land of the free and the home of the brave. God damn it. There I go, being elitist. Well, there are some stupid-ass motherfuckers in this country, and that's why it's right for you to call me elitist. Call me King Roderick. I say, you are old shit, fetch me some tea, polish my knob, bring me my slippers, and administer 40 lashings to them. I never did care for midgets, frightening creatures, lurking around in your dreams, threatening to climb up the ladder, then jump down your pee hole. Well, it is a truly nightmare situation that we must deal with these creatures. That's right. But creatures they are, and we will deal with them, won't we? But I do keep hearing about this game chess. As if casting... Excuse me. I don't have to talk British anymore. As if casting a single vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris makes you one of the two gamers hovering over the chessboard, manipulating the players on the squares. You're a god! A man among men! More powerful than men! You're a god! You have fucking tails growing from your nipples! All that shit! Yeah, that's right. You're manipulating the players on the squares. And they're doing your bidding. Am I understanding this correctly? The election is chess, and that would make you Hillary Clinton using the Pied Piper strategy to elevate Donald Trump, thus creating an easy straw man to knock down, right? That you're Hillary? You literally brought us Donald Trump? Or are you Joe Biden falling asleep on the board while Trump runs Adderall circles around you spouting incoherent racist nonsense about Muslims, Mexicans, and the virtues of licking Blue Lives Matter flags every time you get the chance? Well, if we were to use the gaming analogy, my chest, it should be pointed out that there are 325 million people in the United States, making you way less than a pawn. Way. Whoop. Way less than a pawn. I'm not even going to bother to attempt to do the math. Why? Because I'm one of the stupid-ass motherfuckers, too. We're all lazy. We want to wake up, check our Facebook, make sure there aren't any robots or rides nearby, and cyberstalk our pretty coworker to make sure she isn't spending too much time with Billy, the muscular but mentally challenged hellboy, who keeps showing up at the office Christmas parties. And so long as she doesn't run off with Billy and we can keep doom scrolling by the light of our iPhones, our tablets, and our flat screen TVs, well, then everything is cool. Am I right, Billy? Billy, are you out there? Billy, can you hear me? Billy. After all, COVID-19 has turned us into the land of lockdown, hiding in our bunkers, compulsively ordering stickers, bars, gadgets, and dildos from Amazon. We're all just waiting for the evictions to begin because everyone is broke and no one can pay. And that's why the midgets start to creep up from the floorboards. Creep. The little fucking people, they're down there. You know they're fucking down there. You got to admit it. It's my nightmare, so I know it's your nightmare too. It is your fucking nightmare. Midgets, good God, lurk under the floorboards, and this is what it's all coming to. COVID has it's leveled the playing field. No one has a job, but everyone has midgets living under the floorboards, and they're going to creep up. When Tiny creeps into your bed and sneaks away with your coworker that you've got tied up, that's the end of the puppet show. It won't be long before the FBI is knocking on your door and you need to escape to Bolivia. And it's always something with those midgets. That's all right. But the good news is that airfare is cheap and Bolivia is full of motherfucking sheep. Am I right, my bestiality peoples? Am I right? And you're going to need someone to get you through those long nights. You got the sheep, bah, bah. So why not try bestiality? The President of the United States has on multiple occasions alluded to or directly made comments about having sex with his daughter. Yeah, sorry if it makes you uncomfortable. She was a teenager at the time, but hey, what am I talking about? He said shit like that about his daughter, Tiffany, and she was a motherfucking toddler. That's your man, President Donald Trump. Go fuck yourself. Everyone can go fuck yourself. So, as you can see, nothing matters. And there's always two ways of looking at that. Nothing matters, woe is me, or nothing matters, whoop-de-fucking-do. I'm gonna have some hot sex with some motherfucking sheep tonight. Yep! Whoop! But don't you look at me like I'm the dirty one. This is Donald Trump's doing. I wouldn't need to draw attention to this if the evangelicals all over the great nation of ours hadn't backed a pedophile. But they did. And he went after Tiffany and Ivanka, and he made love to all of them mentally, and he did what he did, and he put it out there on the airwaves like it was fucking nothing. Like it was motherfucking nothing. But let's just be real. There is no moral high road any longer. Getting back to the chess analogy, even if we were to take this metaphor further and say that there is only the two of you players, the opposing player is very quickly positioning himself or herself into what is best called a fool's mate. That's right. You might not have remembered, or you might have forgot, that what we're talking about here is chess. And in chess, this occurs when the action that appears to be in your best interest leads to your slaughter. Guess you shouldn't have been messing around with those sheep. And now the Democrats are once again using the threat of Supreme Court justices as the fool's mate to lead the American people to their inevitable, gruesome, and bloody destruction, metaphorically speaking, of course. I haven't had a drink in a while. Hold on. I know. Hold on. I know. You are worried about COVID and climate change and the threat of civil war. And you're thinking to yourself, what options do we have, Rod? What options do we have? Well, I say, you could shut the fuck up and start thinking a couple moves ahead. Are you playing chess or aren't you? It is certainly not as complicated as the clitoris, but you can't just walk up to a clit and expect it to start squirting. The same goes for chess. You've got to accidentally bump into one of the clit's pawns, then make friends with one of the clit's bishops and find out what the clit likes. And then you've got to ask the clit if you can take her out for steak tips and wine, and then promise her you won't be like Tim Pool politically nor in the bed. I think you all know what I'm saying. I think you've been there. You have been that woman. You know what it's like. Did you know that talking about Tucker Carlson immediately turns clits dry everywhere within a mile radius? This is a scientific fact, people. So don't even bring it up as a joke. Obviously, now you know what happened to me. You know what happened to me, people. You know. Never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever, ever bring up Fox News if you want Cardi B to sing about her wet-ass pussy. And never, ever, ever grab them by the pussy or move on them like a dog or whatever rapey shit Trump said.
Hello, everyone.
You're stuck in a loop. All right. Everyone's stuck in a loop. We'll see if it all works. But point is, never, ever, ever bring up Fox News if you want Cardi B to sing about her wet-ass pussy. Never, ever, ever grab by the pussy or move on him like a dog or whatever rapey shit Trump said. It's one of the basic rules of chess. We're talking about chess, right? Let me fucking get back into this again. It's too fucking bad because it really fucking it fucking killed everything here. That's not really the point. Fucking killed everyone on here. Fucking killed you all. Killed you, motherfuckers. If you care about COVID or climate change or civil war or the solution is perfectly simple. And it's no different from if there was these things looming on the horizon or not. Just think about it. Hillary Clinton and the DNC tried to bully you into voting for Clinton because of the Supreme Court. So give it a fucking break. Am I right? This might be a meaningful threat if you thought the Democrats gave one single fuck about me or you or any of the people. But they don't, so get over it. It's like saying the clit should just grab her by the pussy, but without doing it with all the work. That doesn't sound like chess to me. Let me give you another example. The Senate confirmed Trump's 200th federal judge. Let me fucking say that again. 200th federal judge in June with a 52-48 vote and will now sit on the U.S. Fifth Circuit of Court Appeals. What's fun about that is that the Democrats keep voting for these conservative judges. So what should that tell you? They do not fucking care about you. Politicians exist to give the illusion that you have some fucking say in this shit. You fucking hear that shit? You have no say in this shit. You have no say in this shit. Their ploy for Clinton in 2016 is the same as their ploy for Biden in 2020. Because the Democrats claim they'll vote for lefty judges. That they fucking give a fucking crock of shit. And if you believe that, I have a fucking bridge that I'd like to fucking sell you. I would like to stop and speak to my good friend Billy Mays, who's got some cleaning wipes he'd like to sell you, fucking wipe your ass with. You have no fucking say in this shit. The politicians are bought and sold. They got into office because they were corruptible. You're surprised when they do corrupt shit? Their donors make the decisions. Sorry, not sorry. These are just the facts. Ruth Bader Ginsburg is dead, and she went on the record to say it's really dumb for Colin Kaepernick to refuse to stand for the national anthem. Now, if that isn't the most unpatriotic, unconstitutional pile of shit that I've ever heard, well, I don't know what is. Oh, but she's your lefty hero, right? She's your lefty hero. Well, I'm not saying she didn't do some good. She did some good. But what's important to remember is you have no say in this shit. The politicians, the judges, the justices, the courts, the cops, the FBI, the CIA, the EPA, the Board of Education, the Department of Public Works, the Bureau of Land Management, and the crossing guards. They are bought and sold. They fucking own your ass too. 6 corporations own 90% of the news you read. This country has been evil from the start. The natives invited the Pilgrims to Thanksgiving. Eventually, they killed them. Slaves fought in the Revolution against the British. Wait, but they didn't win their freedom? Evil. It's all evil. It's evil. You know, it doesn't matter how you look at it. It's still all evil. From Wilson's sterilizations to Tuskegee to Trump's forced hysterectomies, this shit has been going on forever. And the Democrats and the Republicans, they do it together. The Democrats do a better job of paying lip service to sucking off the American public, whereas Trump wants to inflame your asshole. And because the conservatives love inflaming your asshole, he keeps doing it. It's good cop, bad cop. Sure, we see them all each other's throats, and they will lie, cheat, and steal to get what they want, and, while they can. They'll grab up as much spoils as they can where there are spoils to be grabbed, and doubtlessly they would kill their mothers for a seat at the table. But once they are at the table, they'll work together to do what they must to please their masters, their donors, and the military-industrial complex in order to keep the cash flowing. Their objective is paying fealty to those masters to keep the corporatocracy rolling. It is total nihilism and kleptocracy. They want you to be able to carry the explosives, but not want to teach you how to use them. Fuck if I know. Ted Kaczynski was right, all except the terrorism. But he foresaw that all this was coming. Computers will cut your dick off. I think you know what I'm saying. And while the Democrats would prefer to win the 2020 election, they know that not having Bernie is good for their donors. Moreover, a loss for Biden would still be a win, even though it's like a bit of a bag of flaming poo, because once again, it pleases their donors, and the threat of 8 years of President Cheeto gets them donating to Act Blue. Am I right, people? Bear in mind that most politicians started as lawyers. The training that they go through is arguing both sides of any debate, and they don't have any moral attachment to any side. It's just a fucking game. It's all an evil fucking game. So, the fact that Donald's people have found a legal loophole, and this is what I've been trying to get at here. The fact that they found a legal loophole with the 12th Amendment just goes to show that the Republicans are more ruthless in playing the game. I hold no ill will against anyone whatsoever for whatever you want to fucking do. It's been long known that Donald Trump stole the 2016 election through interstate cross-check, and the Democrats didn't say a word. Why? Because they cheated too by rigging the 2016 primary against Bernie. The Podesta emails made that crystal clear from the before the votes were cast in 2016. I had zero expectations of a proper election in 2020 because I knew that they're all animals. 8 years of Donald Trump was an obvious conclusion back in May of 2016. The Democrats will not change course. They would rather lose and please their corporate masters than win and hurt the wallets of those who feed him. I'm not Democrats and Republicans are the same on the social issues within the country. They are dramatically different, but those are their public positions, and privately, they're demonstrably working together. Look at Greg Palast's research. Just think about it. 6 weeks ago, he told Naomi Wolf that President Mango can win via constitutional coup d'etat, via the first ever use of the 12th Amendment. Lo and behold, Trump announced that that's what he plans to do. Trump fucking spelled it out. He wants to use the 12th Amendment. So remember the Gucci riot with Roger Stone in 2000, where high-paid consultants banged on the windows to stop the vote count. Roger Stone, the guy with the Nixon tattoo on his back. Roger Stone, the fucking guy who's sucking off Donald Trump right now. Now, Trump will tell the Proud Boys they got to fuck up with the fucking post offices from Venezuela to stop the elections from being stolen. And when in actuality, that's how they steal it. And then with the millions of mail-in ballots, the GOP-controlled Florida legislature will, they'll say, we can't count them in time. So we're not going to certify the election. And Republicans who control the legislature in Michigan, they'll also say, hey, fuck it, we can't control the election. We can't certify it. And if they fuck up enough post offices where there will be no certification, well, then as a result, no candidate gets 270 votes in the Electoral College because they don't send the electors. Then under the 12th Amendment, it goes to the House, at which point each state gets a single vote. Wyoming gets the same as New York. End of story. Donald Trump is legally reelected. The only solution is massive in-person voting, but that's not going to happen. So voting is over. All this shit is over. This election is done. 8 years of Trump. I don't think that's a good thing either. This is not a good thing at all, but I don't think that any of you are fucking paying attention to what's going on here. Trump said he's going to use the 12th Amendment, so this is the plan. But hey, the West Coast is on fire, and Trump's going to grab Oregon by the pussy like the chess master he is and make the pussy squirt all over those burning trees. Once again, Trump saves the day. Am I right, people? Am I right? What's going on here? It's all a bunch of fucking bullshit. So